Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I am going to talk about song mode. Yes, you heard that right, song mode. Elektron has added this to the Digitakt and the Syntakt and the Digitone. So it's a big deal because their sequencers are amazing, especially in my opinion, they're really amazing. And this to me adds a whole other layer of capability that can be used for composing and also for performance, which is cool. So what I wanted to do is show some basics. And deep dives, I'm sure, are going to be all over the place, from many many people. But and I'll probably do some myself. But I wanted to just do the basics first. So what I did was I set up a pattern, which I just pre-recorded it, so you didn't have to watch me do it. And I'm just going to play that real quick. So here I'll hit, so you can listen to it. Okay, so I'm going to go into the mute mode just so you can see which tracks. So I've got a few tracks here. I got 3 MIDI tracks that I'm using to drive, some VSTs, and then I've just got some Digitakt stuff coming on over the top of it. This track 7 sounds a little too loud. Let me bring it down. There we go. Just want to get that a little softer. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into song mode and we're going to structure that. So what I'm going to do is the song mode button is the 3 dots. So if you tap that, it brings up this pop-up menu and it indicates on the device like what keys you can press to activate that. So it's pretty cool. So it says press yes to switch on song mode, and you can tap it like that and it turns song mode on. But also it's important to note that you can hold the ... and then tap yes, and it'll do the same thing. And it'll close the menu for you. So it's a shortcut menu, which is really nice. So let me turn that back on. And then what we're going to do is we're going to edit. So in that menu, there's also edit, which is pushing to the right on the arrow here. It says song mode is empty. And it tells you if you hold down the function key and hit up or down, then you can add in rows. So we're going to add in 4 rows, just like that. Actually, let me not do that yet. I'm going to do this a little differently. Let's add 1 row at first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you real quick the things that are in it. So the first thing is the number of the row, the label. I'm going to leave it blank right for now. The pattern, so you can play the same pattern or other patterns. For this video, I'm just going to show using the same pattern for a very specific reason. And how many times you want it to repeat. The length of that in steps that you want. So like right now it's 16 steps. I actually want to change it to 64. If you turn any encoder, it'll change that value that you have highlighted, which is nice. So you can use this one if you like it better, or this one, and they're all doing the same thing. If you hold the function key, it will also move it in bigger increments. So I'm going to use the function and turn this one to set it to 64. So, and then the next 2 columns are tempo, so you can change tempo, and then the last one is mutes, which is what I'm going to focus on in this video. Using the same pattern and having it automate mutes, to me, is like a sweet spot for just using this for just bread and butter stuff. So anyway, we've got our pattern that we just heard, but let's tweak the mutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go out of the menu, so I'm going to hit no, and I'm going to do this and go into pattern mutes. And you'll see these ones here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit some of these. So let's start off just with a hi-hat. And let's start off with the bass. And we'll turn this off so it'll sound like this. Okay. And that's just doing the first row, right? So let's go ahead and edit that. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in another row below it. And we'll add 4 now. And now let's edit the mutes. Now you can edit the mutes in 2 ways. When you're in the song page, when it's displayed like this, you can go to the very last column and highlight it and hit yes, and you'll see that that'll pop up this little mute editor, and it'll show you the mutes in the same way that you would usually access them on the device. So if you hit up and down, which is really cool, is that it'll actually go through each of the rows. Well, let me edit them so you can see it first. So let's go to the second one, and let's say I want to bring in my melody and the kick. And then on the 3rd row, we want to bring in this hi-hat and also the melody and the kick. And then the very last one, we'll bring in everything. So we'll bring in the chords and this. And I also have a clap in there. So let me put the clap. Let's see. Let's start him on this third one, and then we'll do that. So I think these match except for the chords. Okay, so let's try this. So the other way to do this, just to show you, so I know this, I might have made that confusing by doing it that way, but if you know how to edit mutes on a Digitakt, check this out. So I'm in mute mode, right? And I'm gonna play the song. So let me just go ahead and hit start. And what's cool is because I'm not in the menu, the device is just gonna change. You see the mutes popping in? If I wanted to add the clap, I could do that. Okay. So now let me start to show you why this is so cool, or why I think they went the extra mile. There's a way that you can loop the current row. So right now it's playing row 4. It says 04 of 04. I mean, it's the 4th row that it's playing in song 1. Now what I can do is I can use this hotkey, and I can actually repeat that if I want. So let me go in and, I'm going to start from the beginning. And I'm going to use this loop. So I'm holding the ... and I'm tapping left. Now it says looping row 01. Now it has another little loop symbol on here. And then what's cool is now you can just sit here and work with this. Like maybe the intro should just be the hats. Like maybe just do both hats. And then let's go into the menu. We'll turn off loop mode and let it roll to the next one. So we'll listen to it. Okay, too much stuff is entering, right? So let's loop that, and then let's think about how we want this to work. I would bring in the bass. So we had both hats. So let's do that. Now let's continue the song. So now I'm undoing the looping and just letting it keep going. That looks good, except I think the clap is a little too much. Let's take the clap out of that one. Yeah, so let's just roll with that. So here's the song from the beginning. I just hit function yes, by the way, just to kind of keep all the settings. So while this is playing, I can do stuff like I could go and increase changing the pitch of the drums. And then I just reset it. So I'm just doing control all stuff. So I could do the basic thing, like put on a ton of reverb. And what I like about this is, like, if I mess stuff up, like if I add in tons of delay on everything and pan everything to the right. And then as song mode is rolling, this was the feature that I thought was so cool. You hit function no. And now we've reloaded the pattern, and the song mode is still playing exactly where it was. So I need to repeat that, because to me this was like the aha moment for me. So song mode is playing, so it's walking through these different rows, turning mutes on and off for me, and I'm tweaking on top of it using Control All. And then when I want to, at any time while it's playing, I can hit function no and it'll reload just all the settings, and then the song mode is still just rolling where it is. I think that is so cool. Like, it just changes like how you can approach this, because you can just listen to a song and then tweak on top of it. You know, so trying to think of a good thing to tweak. Like, let me go to the length here. Do something like that. All right, so let me, I'm going to stop the video there, because I'm sure there's going to be videos where it goes a lot deeper, but I just wanted to show the basic of like how you turn that on. If you want to turn it off, you just, it's that quick. So you can be in kind of the regular pattern mode. And then if you want to, as you're working, if you want to use it to like sequence or like change different patterns, that's what song mode is for. So anyway, I wanted to show that, and I'm sure there'll be lots of videos out there, and I'm sure I'll probably make more as well. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know. Take it easy. Bye.